outlaw.
Check, 52's the mic.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Edwards. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They'll run it here. This is James White. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Safe. He's coming. We got
Topper. Get it ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
2nd and 5 now. Watson, this one complete to Ingram. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
He can run for it, and he will. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Watson. And that's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Time to go. Night. Tight end right. We got 3, fella.
Hey. High 7.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
51. He's scared.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Rock it. Get it.
2nd and long. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. First down, here's White. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back. 25. Look at me. Zipper.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Hey, Charlie. Switch. You're out. Yo, faster.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Incomplete. One of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
Three bud.
Hey, 59!
Mike 51!
Watson on 3rd down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Calm the crowd. Check.
Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it on that one.
No dink and dunk. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Watch the run.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Harry. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden... situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Come on, D. Pilot, 64, wait. Check 49.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Second and 14. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Check four, check four.
Check your hot read. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Exit.
Snap.
Mike 50.
He'll look to throw.
Long day. That's going to be a long day.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Take it in at the 22. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw again on second down. Watson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 47-yard line.
On first down, Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Johnson, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 43. Leo. Hey, wahoo! 22 jet bomber. 22.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
N'Keal Harry, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Texans nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Watson to throw again. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Another timeout. Line up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground is Michel, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's our time.
Again, it's Michel. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Kill. Out. Go on. Watch twist. Hit it. Crash down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Back to you.
A give to Michelle running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Easy work, and it's coming
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's White. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
On the set.
51. Strip that ball. Undercrunch. Big edge.
But, swing.
Alert 3. Alert go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the Patriots' 28-yard line.
Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Push him back.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 26, check 26. Smooth. General West.
Snap. 2nd and 5. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Yeah. 6 guy, check 6 guy. Hatchet. He's checking. Crash.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
51's the mic. I got you, son. I got you.
Out of the gun, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
To try again after the sack, Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Room to run inside the 40. It's complete to Hopkins. And down to the 28-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw, Watson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 11-yard line.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few. On offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
65.
Second and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Safety screaming. Check 31, check 31.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, he's still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
52's the mic.
We own them. Blue draw fortress. Bang, 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 bang.
On the draw, it's White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Fair. Check safety. 36.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw is Watson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
At the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
I smell fear in that.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give him the advantage.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
You go tight. You got tight.
Put the boys down. He's coming.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
Watson now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day, punt. 58's the Mike, 58. 58's the Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Check, Max, ball. Check, Mike.
Watson. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Shift.
One last throw here for Watson, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on first down. Michelle, and he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us.